As part of Smokeless Chimney's educational series, we're working with the University of Berkeley, and sometimes their students, their faculty, watch our videos. So I'm doing a summer video. It's more of a workshop video because I'm working on several projects right now, and so I'm going to include all of them in this video, or at least a majority of the things I'm working on this summer in this video. I make sprinkler nozzles for these tractors. I have them on a Thingiverse account. I didn't like the way they worked stocked, so I made it so I could adjust the nozzle to have more of an upward component to the spray. Also a large droplet spray that would carry a distance. I think I can get a 20-foot diameter on this tractor, and I water regularly with it, so I'll go through how I got there. I'm going to slow it down for this section. Without these nozzles, the tractor sprays in a very shallow dish shape, so it doesn't get above the pots. The tall pots do not get watered unless the droplet comes from the top. So I try to get these droplets to go up out of the tractor and then fall back down into the pots, into the beds of the garden. And I may only have a few minutes where this tractor is in the vicinity of what I want to measure, but I think I got a nozzle that will work, and I'll put a link to the Thingiverse account. And if you've got a tractor like this, it's a free download. You just print them up, insert them on, and you are off to watering. With these nozzles, I can make the rotation of the spinner, the top spinner, faster. I can tilt the nozzles up. I can have one up and one spinning. It'll make it spin faster than it will stock. So these are really flexible nozzles, and sometimes you break one, you just print another one. One of my other projects is making some totem poles. I'm using some logs, cedar logs, and trying to come up with a method of cutting them so they look similar to the totem pole a friend of mine had when he was younger. It's a very challenging project because my machine isn't really designed for making totem poles, and some of the tool paths are tricky. So I'll show you some of the things I've been doing on this. We are working on the third octa-ring to send to Berkeley, and I added a sensor onto this one. It's the fourth line down. I'm not really optimistic. It's a Max 30105. It's a scatter sensor, so it should get some scatter. However, the opacity system is working darn good compared to the new sensor. So the opacity system is just outstanding right now. Hope it stays that way. It zeroes very well, and it reads data and color shift. But we're also adding the scatter sensor, and we'll see how that works. While doing some incense testing, I wanted to get a view of how the light port interacted with the smoke, and that's what I'm trying to do in this section. This is the opacity and color shift from the Rainier unit, and I cannot ask for a better looking graph. The opacity is calculated based on incident light of the max brightness minus the current reading. So we got maybe 30-40% with 2 sticks of incense. That's believable. Then we have the color shift, and that's new data that we're looking at. And what I do is I zero it out so that we're looking at the same magnitude as the opacity. The lines almost right on top of each other. So we see a 40 nanometer shift to the red in color shift with the 2 sticks of incense smoke. This is good data. In this series of photos, we see an artistic light source and some testing with the Max 30105.